Access to education is a right of every child. It is the backbone of every society, a stepping stone to a bright future. There is a group of people in dire need of education, yet their background and environment has proven to be the greatest barrier in accessing it.
The main challenge of Kibera is where somebody lives without food, lack of education. People are not educated and therefore they cannot get any job anywhere.
Teenagers or youth, they just engage themselves in sexual work so that they can get money to buy clothes or even to eat.
In Kibera, the students who are there are the ones who have no fees. They engage in bad groups, drugs, many cases of rapes are there.
Growing up in a harsh environment is one thing, lack of access to education is another.
Right now, my sister is just at home because there is no fees for her, so she cannot join a Form 1 school. Even my brothers, the young ones, from class 1 to 3, they need their tuition fee. So sometimes they miss school because of the tuition fee, and my parents cannot afford that.
The strength of a woman can carry the weight of the world. And true to this saying, mothers and fathers in Kibera have shown their resilience in securing education for their children, despite the pressing challenges they wake up to daily.
The women Kibera always came to Brother Frank and they said, we want education for our children. This is basically because in Kenya, everybody believes education is the door to success. Education is what will get us out of poverty. And these people in Kibera looked at education as the only thing that they can give their children that will enable them to live a better future. And so WANAWAKE started with the women in Australia helping the women of Kibera. And so the women of Australia got money, tried to raise money to help the women of Kibera, and they paid fees for their children.
True to their set goals, Women for Women in Africa have successfully provided assistance to mothers living in Kibera slums to send their children to school.
Niliingia hapo 2007. Nimeona mabadiliko. Nilikuwa naenda kufua ndio nilipia watoto school fees. Saa ingine hata watoto wanakaa kwa nyumba mwaka mzima. Lakini sasa hivi niliingia kwa hii kikundi Women for Women. Imenisaidia sana, hata nimebadilika, mwili yangu imerudi. Nimekuwa sawa, hata watoto wangu saa hii vile wako kwa shule wakikuja hapo hata waonekani kama ni watoto wa Kibera.
We live in Kibera, Soweto. Yeah, in the slums. I did my class 8 the first time, which was 205. Since I was from a family where there was no school fees, I saw it well to go back and rewind once. And if someone can help me, after then I could go to Form 1. I completed my 4th Form 2010 and I managed to get a B. From there, I came to Sister Leonida to volunteer and be working here, helping the kids who were in the informal school. And as I was teaching them, then the sponsors were coming, and then Mary Campbell said that she would take me to college. That is where I am now, doing nursing, and it is at Nairobi Hospital.
When I completed class 8, it was very difficult for me to join Form 1. So I heard about some brother who is sponsoring people to join education from my friends, and I decided to go and maybe see what was happening. So we were requested to come for the interview, and that is the time when I met my sponsor, Paula Eden, and she decided to sponsor me for the high school. The year 2011, the KCSE results were out. She decided to take me to the college, my sponsor. I went last year, 2011. I went in Moi University School of Education for my diploma.
Baraka Women Children Center has been working very closely with Women for Women Africa, and again in conjunction with the Brighton Grammar School in Australia. They have been giving us support. One of the major one is through feeding program. I think the feeding program has really benefited a lot, especially our children, bearing in mind the environment that we are. They have also assisted us very much through Sister Margareta in at least supporting our teachers with salary and workers. We have also benefited from Women for Women in Africa through sponsorship they give to some of our children. And now that they do sponsor some of our children with school fees and some of their needs, they have been able to come to school and acquire their education.
Chapel School is an informal setup for children awaiting sponsorship. Under the guidance of their tutors, these children are able to make good use of their time. They are more productive, have high self-esteem, a refuge far from the harsh life of crime, idleness, and casual laboring common with residents living in Kibera slums.
I have benefited a lot from my teachers. Even them, they are beneficiaries in Women for Women organization. They have been telling us many things about life so that we can come out of Kibera and help others.
Currently, I'm working here as a volunteer in my free time to my fellow brothers and sisters from Kibera. My hope is that they will also have the opportunity to get a scholarship, join high school, and come back to serve the community. My motivation to volunteer is that there are very many people who have contributed towards my degree that I'll be achieving very soon, and I feel intrigued to give back to the society.
The sheer determination of the kids to keep out of trouble, to go to school, to learn, just made them start the school. As you know, life in the slum, kids sometimes die young because of engaging in crime. They don't have enough food. The environment is so hostile. So coming to WANAWAKE to the informal school keeps them out of those things and actually gives them a life.
Women for Women in Africa not only provides educational assistance for the children living in Kibera, but also empower their mothers through skills training, thereby improving their standards of living.
As WANAWAKE was growing, the women said, we want to support you in what we are doing for our children. We need skills to enable us contribute to the education of our children. And so they started learning to make clothes. They went to school, they learned to read and write so that they can learn to read the patterns and they can write and do accounts. And then they learned to sew and they learned to make beads. And now they are able to provide some basic needs to their children.
Hiki kikundi kimeweza kunisaidia sana kwa upande wangu. Na pia sisi kama akina mama ambao tunakuanga hapa. Imetusaidia sana sana kwa kujua kushona. Imetunulia machines, tukakuwa na watoto, wengine wakachukuliwa kama sponsors kwa sababu hatukukuwa na uwezo. Kwa sasa hivi tunaweza sema tunajifunia kwa sababu tunajua kushona t-shirts, kitu kama beads tunaweza shona.
Women for Women in Africa has gone an extra mile in supporting and appreciating talent, beautifying the lives of individuals living in Kibera, a true depiction that we all have value and beauty inside of us, regardless of our backgrounds.
I remember Sister Margaret bought a piece of my work at the Sarit Center. And from there, Sister Leonida was like, let's go find this artist. It's not easy for the gallery owners to market an artist. I have benefited a lot because Sister Leonida always asks me to come and display my work. And whenever people like Margaret and her visitors from abroad come, I get an opportunity to show what I do. And they always encourage me a lot. And I'm glad I always make some sales, no matter how few. I really thank this lady from New Zealand, Margaret M. and Robbins, because without them I may never have discovered my talent as an artist.
When Margaret came, that was around November, she She found me that I was lacking some of my teeth, helped me to get my teeth repaired.
Kuna watoto 7, mtoto wangu wa pili alikuwa mgonjwa sana, alikuwa anaanguka chini. Saa hii sioni akianguka juu ya hii kikundi ya Women for Women.
What these people come here to do is to help us discover ourselves, and they give us an opportunity to get a chance to prove we can do something and become somebody someday. And without their help, we'll still die, and the graveyard would remain the richest place full of potential.
Behind the congestion in Kibera are future doctors, teachers, engineers, pilots, lawyers, filmmakers, policymakers, the future of our society. Their endearing spirits is a sign of hope. Their never-fading smile, a welcome to greater opportunities, and a sure sign that the future can only get brighter. Thanks to the many sponsors and well-wishers for their unwavering support.
I take this opportunity to thank you, the sponsors, for what you have done. By sponsoring this child, you're giving them hope, you're giving them a future, you're giving them a longer life. Life in Kibera, for those of you who have not been there, is tough. There's crime, there's disease, there's hunger, and it's very tough for the children. Those of you who have sponsored the children and seen the transformation that occurs when you give them help, you will agree with me that it's worth sponsoring a child. It's worth giving this child a chance. And they are very appreciative. I ask you that you may continue to support them and give these children a future.
The power of a dream has no boundaries. These children have seen it all and are willing to give back to their community and make it a better place. The first step is going to school. They're calling on you to help them live and achieve their dreams. The Women for Women in Africa organization is making a difference in the lives of people living in Kibera slums, one step at a time. The beneficiaries acknowledge a positive transition in their lives.
I'm very grateful for the money that they have been giving into my education, and I would request them to keep doing the same to other people.
Tunashukuru hiki kikundi ama wafadhili ambao wameweza kutufadhili na hiki. Mashini zao walitununulia, wametulipia rent mpaka sasa hivi. Kwa hivyo wametusaidia sana.
Na hawa wasungu na washukuru sana. Vile waliingia hapa Kenya, wenyewe wamenitoa mbali na nashukuru sana.
Children are the brightest treasures we bring forth into this world. Giving them an education is paramount to the foundation of any society. Kibera will be transformed into an admirable hub, going by the dreams in these young people.
I would like to become a lawyer because the work to do with the law is very interesting for me, and I would like to become a honest lawyer. I will open up school for children in Kibera and also educate them about their rights, their right for their children, for the women, and for men, and I do believe that Kibera will change.
I would like to become a musician by passion and a journalist by profession. So I want to anchor news, to uncover the stories that were never covered. So like this Chapel School, I've never seen it on TV. So I will uncover it so that they can help more people in future here in Kibera.
I hope to become a pilot. It has always been my dream when I was young. At my leisure time, I like drawing pictures.
I'm hoping to assist at least one kid who can be someone in the future.